Good day, everyone. I'm Kati Tulada Francisco. Today we will talk about the panel discussion and symposium. Panel discussion technique was originated by Harry A. Overstreet in 1929. Ang panel discussion, ito ay isang talakayan kung saan ang ilang mga tao or the panel carry on conversation sa harap ng mga madla o manonood. At the end of the discussion ay dapat nakikilahok din ang mga manonood and ang mga manonood also put important question and the expert should answer them and clarify the points. So what are the purpose of panel discussion? The main purpose of panel discussion is for the panelists upang maibahagi ang kanilang karunungan at magbigay ng insight to create real value and takeaways for the audience. So next is the concept of panel discussion. So panel discussion at conferences are a useful way para matrigger ang pagpapalitan ng mga pananaw among the expert, either with prepared statement or in response to questions from the audience. Because they involve on-the-spot interaction, they are more difficult na pagandaan for that presentation. Also because they may involve divergence o iba't ibang pananaw at marahil competition for speaking time, they are also more difficult to manage kaysa sa normal question at the end of the presentation. For the same reason, they are more challenging na gawin ng mga ito kaysa sa regular conference session. Panels are a theme. Whether or not panelists agree on all issues, they can and should work together to create an interesting discussion for the audience. So there are two types of panel discussion. We have the public panel discussion and educational panel discussion. So the public panel discussion, it is used for common men and it is used to provide factual information regarding current problem and determine social values in current issues. So example of this is the unemployment in COVID-19 pandemic and the issues of social distancing and annual budget. While the educational panel discussion, it is used in educational institution and it is used to provide conceptual knowledge and clarification of certain problems. So example of this is the enhancing students' learning skills with educational technology and environment education and etc. Next is the procedure of panel discussion. So there are 4 types of member in panel discussion. We have the instructor first. The instructor plays most important role in panel discussion. It also plans how, where panel discussion will be organized and prepare the schedule for the panel discussion. The second one is the moderator. So the moderator keeps the discussion on the theme and encourage interaction among members. Also, the moderators highlights and summarize the points and should have mastery on the theme or problem of the discussion. Next is the panelists. So there are 4 to 10 panelists in the discussion. So the members sit in a semicircle shape in front of the audience while the moderator sits in the middle of the panelists, and panelists should have mastery of the subject matter. The last one is the audience. So the audience are allowed to put questions and seek clarification. Also, they can present their points of view and their experiences regarding the theme. The next one is the characteristic of panel discussion are the following. First, it is to organize teaching at reflective level. Second, it develops the ability for problem solving. Third, helps to understand the nature, problem, and theme for discussion. Fourth, it develops ability of presentation of theme. Fifth, it develops in creative thinking, and lastly, it develops right attitude. So, how to conduct a successful panel discussion? First is select thought-provoking topic. So, the most important piece to remember when choosing your panel topic is that magkaroon ng buzz industry, meaning it's important enough that your panelist will care and have an opinion in it. Also, siguraduhin ang paksa ay hindi masyadong pangkalahatan. So, keeping your newly selected topic in mind, it's time to choose a moderator. So, moderator don't have to be expert on your chosen topic, but it will definitely help keep your discussion seamless and moving on track. So the most important quality you must look for when selecting your moderator is the ability to lead sa isang malaking grupo ng mga tao, or they should be assertive and confident yet unlikable. So next is pick out your panelist. So you choose anywhere from 3 to 5 people to sit on your panel. You should also conduct true research sa mga taong iyong napili and tiyakin din na they are qualified on the topic and have done speaking engagement in past upang matiyak na ang mga ito ay mahusay na mga presenter. And lastly, make sure na ang mga taong iyong napili are diverse, meaning magkakaiba. Magkakaiba ang backgrounds, education, experiences, and so on. Number 4, introduce the moderator to the panelists. So, it's a good idea na ipakilala all your panel participants before the day of the event, because this not only creates a less awkward environment, but it allows everyone to get to know each other's personalities before they engage with them in front of the audience. This also helps the conversation flow naturally on stage. Number 5, prep the questions and prompt. So, kung ang moderator na napili mo ay isang topic expert, you will collaborate with him or her on the questions. Make sure they are open-ended and have specific elements of each panelist's background so they are able to excitedly answer. Also, make sure that you don't favor one panelist over the others. Tiyakin din na ang mga tanong are a level playing field where everyone feels that they can provide value to the discussion. And last is set up the room properly. So, tiyaking nakaayos ang silid in a way na hinihikayat every members to participate, even the audience. This could mean making the seats in the audience close to the panelists and encouraging people to sit there. So, one of the advantage of panel discussion, it is encourage social learning. It also helps to achieve higher cognitive and effective objectives. It also used to develop ability to respect the ideas and feelings and ability to tolerate. It also provides opportunities to assimilation of team and content discussion. It helps to understand the nature, problem, or theme of discussion, and lastly, it develops the ability of presentation of theme and giving logical explanation. While the disadvantage of panel discussion is one member of the group might dominate the discussion, there is also a possibility to split the group into subgroups, and because of this, there are chances to deviate from the theme of the discussion. And lastly, if panelists belong to the different group, it may not create a appropriate learning situation. Next is the symposium. So the symposium forum serves an excellent device for informing an audience, criticizing opinion, and in general, preparing the listeners for arriving at decision policies, values, judgment, or understanding. So ang symposium, it consists of a set of programs of prepared speeches followed by the audience discussion. It is a technique in which 2 or more persons under the direction of the chairman present several speeches which give several aspects of one question. So the following are main objectives of the symposium. First is to identify and understand 2 various aspects of the theme. Second, it develops the ability to decision and judgment regarding a problem. Third, develops the values and feelings regarding a problem. And enable the listeners to form policies regarding a theme or problem. Next is the characteristic of symposium. It provides the broad understanding of a topic or problem. The opportunity is provided to the listener to take decision about the problem. It is used for higher classes to specific theme and problem. It develops the feeling of cooperation and judgment, and it provides the different views of the topic of the symposium. Next is the limitations of symposium are the following. Number 1, the chairman has no control over the speaker. Number 2, there is a probability of repetition of the conduct. Number 3, the different aspect of the theme is presented simultaneously. Number 4, the listener remains passive in the symposium. Number 5, the discussion and presentation of the theme is not summarized at the end. And last, the technique is employed to achieve a higher objectives of cognitive domain but effective are not emphasized properly. So here are the advantage and disadvantage of symposium. So the advantage, it is suited to a large group or classes. Also, the method can be frequently used to present broad topic for discussion at convention and organization meetings. And organization is good because of set speeches prepared beforehand and gives deeper insight into the topic. Also direct student continuously in independent study and hand itself to the teaching of clinical subject and can be used in political meetings. While the disadvantage, inadequate opportunity for all the students to participate actively. The speeches are limited to 15 to 20 minutes. Limited audience participation. The question is and answer limited to 3 to 4 minutes, and there is a possibility of overlapping the subjects. That's all. Thank you.